Hello there, internet friends. It's Too Old for Gaming, and today I bring you another exciting 10 versus 10 matchup here on Gora Kalwaria. I am playing as the allied Romanians as the 8th Cavalry Division. So what I'll be doing is holding on to the town and this flag here, and then attempting to cross into this area over here. To begin setting up my initial line, I'm bringing in a recon car. I have Zrenyi, and I have a lot of Rosatori and a leader. And it looks like he had the civilian cars. He manages to blow up one of my infantry coming in, but he nuked two leaders, which kind of surprised because I think they're pretty valuable. I set up a Pack 38 here to look down the road, and I have another one over here. I have a ZB-53 over on my right flank, and I have one right here looking down the road as well. So although he was trying to be very aggressive and get into the town, which isn't always a terrible move, I managed to get my defenses set up in time and have nuked two leaders and am taking out his reconnaissance equipment. So I've said it before, I really don't find those initial rushes all too effective. Now, he's got two players, so if this other guy knocks went with him at the same time, I've got no support over here, so they may have been able to hold and maintain the town with two of them, but probably better if you've got one to either smoke it more, bring in lots of infantry and drop mortars on it and then get in there, or just wait until you have enough forces to advance. Now, this guy's Nox is being pretty smart, bringing up his recon, which I'm absolutely going to want to take out because I don't want them seeing everything we have in our backfield here. And they did manage to take out a couple of the Rosatori squads, but again, the Legionaries are really good squads. We're taking them out, and I'm bringing in more. Not really any super cheap infantry in this deck. These PM squads are small. They're 8-man squads, and they're the cheapest at 20 points. The regular squads have two ZB-30s, which carry a lot of ammo. I mean, 2,100 rounds is a ton. They're 10-man squads, and they're 25 points. So the Panther's spotting us, probably from this SPW-233. So I'm going to have to pull these guys back, and my recon car is getting spotted over here. I'm trying to get him out of the way. And we managed to get him out of sight. Another one of mine over here was, actually he was destroyed because he moved into the Panther's view. My 50 mil manages to hit a truck but doesn't kill the guy. I'm bringing in another 50 over here. There are 45 points in this deck. And yeah, his Panther is able to spot me, probably because this SPW-233. So definitely a problem with that 2K range and his reconnaissance. Want to take out these guys and his recon car to blind him. Over here on my right flank, they've captured this flag, and he did nuke this one because we got outranged. I have a Vickers 75 set up over here for anti-aircraft cover. They can also do 1,750 meters of armored penetration. I did bring in a reconnaissance team so that he can see far enough. My Rosatori getting fired on by some Flammenwerfer and a Grenadier. So it looks like there's also a Legionary. So I had a decent amount of equipment in this forest here. Two Panthers on our left flank. On our right flank, we got an IG-18, which is a pain, and the Steek 3. And the IG-18 does manage to kill one of my Pack 38s, which I was trying to move into a new position. I do have one backed up here. I don't really want to move him forward until we take care of the IG-18. My ZB-28 in a bit of a dangerous position if he does advance. And it looks like, based on our line here, he's probably got a guy in here. We do have a platoon of T-34 85s who are firing at a Pack 40 over here. And we have some ISU 152s firing into the woods. I dropped a help beacon on this. I don't have artillery yet to try to take out the recon. Hopefully somebody could see that. Again, I don't want these Panthers to be able to spot back here and take us out at range. I want them to get ambushed. ZB-53 is seeing something over here. My Rostatori taking fire from these guys back here, so I gotta pull them back. And they're not the absolute worst for close quarters because they have 2 automatic rifles in the ZB-30s, but I mean, they've only got 1 machine gun. That's a very good submachine gun. And they have semi-auto rifles, but still, I think they get outclassed by a lot of other stuff. So there was a Panzergren over here, so I think in Phase A, you only get 3, so that would wipe out all of his leaders right away. I'm sure it's tempting to rush in with somebody who can get in one of those fast civilian cars, but I would not waste your leaders like that. So this guy's in a good position here too, with that IG-18. This one's being forced off, and my machine gun, I believe, is in range and spotting him. Rostatori getting assaulted here, didn't see, and my ZB-58 just gets absolutely destroyed with this SP-222. So definitely getting a lot of pressure on my position initially here. But we are maintaining our position. ZB-53 chipping away at these guys, getting them to fall back, but we've got more enemy equipment moving forward. I have a really far backpack 38, and my Zrini, I need to manually turn off the heat rounds because the heat rounds go 1,500, the HEs go 2,000, so he won't fire unless he's within 1,500, which is kind of a bummer. I brought in this quick fire 75 mil to try to take out his reconnaissance team here, at least to get him to fall back to blind him, which seems to be working. This thing shoots really, really fast. And there's 60 points. And they have radios, so pretty accurate. So IG-18, again, causing me problems on my left flank where I can't keep these guys out of view. My PaK-38 manages to take out the trucks here. Some really dangerous infantry squads with their 4 Berettas, but we're keeping them pushed back far enough that I can call in more reinforcements with my Rostatoris here. I have a ZB-53 in case he makes a breakthrough or tries to come in this way. And see, he's firing already at this MG-34 team. Get him pinned really quick. And to try to get these guys to fall back, because we were very low on people here, I redirected my fire to these guys, getting them pushed down, and then I'm going to try to take out this IG-18, because again, very dangerous for me. Now, if he put a Panther in here, if he had moved a Panther here, I would have been in really big trouble. I've done that move before. I've had a Panther looking down this reinforcement road, and I would end up having to smoke to move anything in. So I eject these Rostatori right before he gets his AP round off, or his heat round. But, I mean, these things just fire really fast, the HE shells, and he's chewing away really fast, and I think he's just out of radio range. So your leader cards in this deck do not have any radios. So the only way to get radios in this deck, and I finally take them out, by the way. The only way to get radios in this deck is with motorcycles. So I do have motorcycles. I know they're kind of a weird choice, but I want to be able to move that radio network further forward. So more Rostatoris and another Zrinyi. Left flank, we've lost one of these flags, but are holding on to our own. I think they have that one initially, but we've captured the town. And we've got autos moving in here on some 15W Grens, which aren't great. Panthers still blocking us from achieving the road down there. We've held on our position after a lot of enemy equipment assaulting us, and our PaK-38 does manage to take out an enemy car. He's bringing an ME-410, which means he knows that there's no AA over here. My Vickers does fire at him, but he's back pretty far. And this Vickers too, in this position, he can cover this road here. So I believe he may have taken out these vehicles. So going back to redirecting on his recon troops to try to push them off. And bringing in another platoon of Rustatori. Let's take a look around the map really quick. Looks like we managed to push into the village over here with some field engineers, but these are very small teams holding the line here. Just holding the flag. We've got our flag here. We can't seem to get this. There's not a whole lot of equipment over here. Another truck gets taken down, and we've got a ton of armor over here. It'd be great if we could push forward, cap this flag. And I'm going to do a little mop-up operation here in the woods. Remember, we had done quite a bit of damage to these guys, so I felt pretty confident about walking in. Bringing in more ZB-53s and then a Breda 47. We've got some Katyushas back here, which have done absolutely nothing. And he really spent a lot of money on Katyushas. What do we got here? 3, 6, 7, 8. Manages to suppress these guys. So, because we have a lull in activity, not sure if we just spent all of his points and we killed him off, but I'm going to move this PaK 38 and the ZB-53 up to try to continue to push the line forward. I've got the Rustatori up here with their PTRDs, which aren't great, but better than nothing. Left flank is being guarded by the Zorinyi. We've got an M476 here as well in case these Panthers try to move forward, and then the really good M5 gun. So Superi do manage to move forward. All these T-34-85s getting reinforced with ammo. Pushing these guys back over here. I'm going to move my recon team forward because it just doesn't make any sense to leave them back there. And then eventually I'll move that anti-aircraft forward. Now the Rosita 75s are amazing AT guns, and I believe I have 8 in this deck. By the way, if you guys ever want my deck builds, just let me know and I can put the code into the description. So get 3 squads to surrender over here. That's pretty huge. 17-pounder moving up. But there's an IG-33. It's probably going to immediately destroy this guy. So we lose all that info, but very thin line here, but managing to hold on. Otto's never managed to push through and clear it out, so getting pushed back. Spotted these recon team again, which he's not getting any information right now, but I would love to destroy him. The ZB-53 firing at these MG-34 team, supporting the Superis pushing forward. We're at a 17-15, so we've been losing. We're down about 20%. He spotted my 50 mil and decided that he wanted to shoot rockets at it. Unfortunately for me, we managed to avoid getting killed. He had 2 recon teams here, so we're going to wipe those out. I do have Hotchkiss machine guns here, so I will have decent amount of suppression for any infantry rushes. Bringing Yadpanzers to probably take on the armor over here. In this deck, you have like 2 of these tanks, and then I think I have some Hungarian capture, which I don't even think I brought in because we've got swamp and town. There's not a lot of maneuverability, and we're going against 2K equipment, so I'm likely to just get destroyed right away. It's better for me to bring in infantry. So, hey, this is great. Pushing up through the center. This is definitely a difficult area. But we're getting pushed out of the town here. We've had that line earlier. We haven't gotten pushed off of it yet. The crossroads here have been taken. And I keep losing recon vehicles. A bomber came in. Excuse me. And a Ju-87. So the Do-17 Ju-87 managed to get carpet bomb me right here, which did a lot of damage. So I'm going to be, and it was right before I was bringing in a 25 mil and a dual Hotchkiss truck. Bringing in a field gun, try to get some fire on any infantry over here. But that bombing run hurt. I mean, if you can get through with heavy bombers, by all means do it. It's my fault for not having a good AA net. I don't think I've seen one of these in use before. Big blast. Looks like we might be able to force them down to that intersection. Hotchkiss taking fire. I think it was just the fire here, actually. The actual fire. So our radio range is all the way up here now because of our motorcycle. It's a bit of a lull in the action. Really having difficulty with our heavy and medium armor over here. But we are losing, so I don't feel like they're not feeling the pressure to advance like they were before, since we have been losing for the majority of this game. And as you can see here, as I'm trying to position this field gun around, it's all swamp in this area. Definitely going to want some support from these M5 guns to take out these Panthers who are here. And I actually really like these 100 mils. I believe these are Czech. They're really good though. They fire fast, and I found them to be quite effective in this match with the radio. Motorcycle getting in on the action here. And the M5 helps out, takes out the Panzer. And the EFWRsACsXIAAA is about to fire on my position, which is not good. It looks like we get an AT gun coming up here. Pack 40. These things just have such a huge explosion. Almost 12,000 blast. And always pay attention to the AI guidance, because he literally ran out. Alright, so 2 casualties. Took out 1 squad and the M5. I have my recon car here, who I'm trying to get these guys pinned, but they don't want to pin. But we do manage to get it. We're getting an M476 rush, which is great. As I was trying to bring in a platoon up here with this recon car to push through the swamp. And my Srinyi does manage to get damaged, but we got pretty lucky there. Tried to come back in a bombing run. Does manage to get his bombs off. Doesn't wipe out any of the squads, but I'm sure they took some damage. Got a 37 here firing away at my Rostatori. I did lose my motorcycle. And my concentrated position is being shelled right now. did lose this flag.
Medic.
So I think we only have this Panzergren team to deal with.
Medic.
And my Zrinyi is in view, I think, of the pack, yeah, the Flak 36. So we are able to destroy him. Decent concentration of troops to move forward. I have this 47 mil covering the road for any trucks, and my recon car is going to be able to destroy these Panzergrens out here. And I've got another platoon moving forward of just standard infantry. We do have a guerrilla to deal with, and from all the shelling over here, I did lose that 75 mil, so nothing to take him down at the moment. Another recon team managed to wipe him out. And if you notice, we did manage to capture this flag back here. And I believe we'll be able to get this one. Tiger is destroyed over here. I was firing on that with 75. I brought in another 75. We've got our 100, and the 100s I brought in, so they're 80 points, and then I've got the truck, which is 40. So they're not that expensive, and you can just keep them firing for a really long time and continue to move them around. We've got a piece of heavy equipment back here, an IG-33, which is a good call, but without a tank, it's going to be tough to guard. And there's the tank. So guerrilla spotting me at Steek 4, then losing these recon cars left and right. But we've got this flag, and we've got a lot of armored support and some really good AT guns. Ju-188 is destroyed. I'm moving the 75 mil forward to give us better defenses. We've got a 100. This 75 is out of ammo, and this guy's just firing away just out of range of the radio. I have a motorcycle right here. He was in range a second ago. So still haven't gained this. Looks like we brought in a bunch of RAF who got bombed. Not able to get in the town yet. We've pushed up pretty good here. But, right now, me and this guy, Roman King, are really the ones trying to save the match. So I got these Kalwaria motos who are good for this open field because they have 2 MG42s and 7 bolt actions. So just trying to get them into some cover here. Getting spotted, he must have, I'm guessing he has another recon team over there. I brought in the HS-129. I'm going to take down the guerrilla. Probably would have been a better bet just to bring in an AC-75, but I haven't seen any of our planes go over, and if he had an open AA net, it would be pretty easy for me to take him down, so we'll see if he makes it. And unfortunately, did bring in AA right there, so we get pushed off. IG-33 is taking fire from this 100. Keeps having to back up, and I had moved my motorcycles forward right behind the swamp. But he did spot my leader, and that hurts. Takes out my leader, but I believe in this deck I've got 8 or 9 leaders total. He's trying to bring in a 203 off map to wipe me out. But, you know, we're cavalry. I've got a lot of infantry cards to bring in, and I'm okay with attrition if we're gonna be aggressive. We do take out that 203. 25 mil. I've been moving up closer and closer along with the 75 mil. He's only got 9 HE rounds left though. So 100s. It's another casualty on him. Wish it was 2. And redirecting my 75s over there again. All these guys just pinned down at the moment. do manage to take out the IG-33, and I believe that was Zorinyi. Pack 50 getting spotted by my Hotchkiss, but he's getting spotted over here by the Gorilla, which I really need to take down. I do have these Take-On R2s, which honestly they did pretty well. The best part about them is that they come with that machine gun, making them fairly versatile. So I have Jagdpanzer 38Ts. W190 comes in for a strafing run, does take out my squad, but we're still holding onto the flag here, and I've got more and more reinforcements coming in. I'll be using a lot of Pack 38s because they're cheap and I can bring them in with other equipment, and I'm starting to move this stuff around. I believe one of my guns, yeah, he got shelled and taken out, so do a better job of moving equipment around from here on forward. I can spot all the way down this reinforcement road with this recon here. So my one-man Story team managing to hold onto our flag while the reinforcements come back in, but doesn't look like he has a whole lot coming here, so this may or may not flip. So we're managing to hold on that, guys. I don't know if you've noticed. 17-15. So flipping these two flags, saving us for the moment. Tiger has come in, and so he's going to outrange me here. I've got to try to hide some of my stuff. And these Takam R2s also have that arcing HE shell. So I'm in an ambush position here, taking out his truck. So he can't move anything up to the front line at the moment. So he did manage to take out my equipment in here, but I've got so much that I can bring in. It's because I don't have, and I'm not bringing in a bunch of 120, 100.95 point tanks. So I get to bring in lots and lots of infantry to maintain my position. I moved my 100 mil up here, and I thought I had another one, but maybe not this early in the match. So we're at 18-14 now, getting kind of stumbled here, kind of barely holding on to this flag. Zorinyi taking fire in the alignment bug, so he's probably gonna die without shooting. But this Takam R2 laying in shots. Need to get another leader up here to buff these guys up. Pack 38 managed to get hit by artillery. Got to get this 100 mil firing again. Our radio range is pushed up pretty far because of our 10-point motorcycle. Tiger got a pen on him as these T-34-85s move forward. I believe I asked him if he could move his equipment up. He's all just bunched up here, so what I'm gonna do too is I'll start just shelling the road eventually to take him out. So need these guys to move forward. If they can get in a position over here and he can move this forward, we can take this flag pretty easily, but he needs to get like there with one of these M4s. And then we need this guy to move forward to like here.
You are a choose.
So Takam R2 running out of HE shells, been firing his machine gun too. Really, really happy with these guys. I'd definitely get him for 40 points. Rosatori pinned by the Panzergrens. And I've moved my Pack 38 into an ambush position here. He does have the APCR shells, which can do 150, and I think these are 130. Yeah, so we should be able to pen the front, although it'll take a few hits. DO-217 comes in, does get my guy suppressed. My Vickers shoots his last shell, and he doesn't get him down. So I'll probably need to bring in more anti-aircraft. I can't remember. If I do, Looks like he's going to wait for this off map before advancing and taking that flag. So 17-15 though. Not paying attention to my reinforcement call in. Oh, we got some Panzer IIs coming forward. So that'll be fun. My 50 mil dies. He takes out the shooter before he does after that penetration with the APCR. The hero, JU-87. We take out two of these guys. And the hero dies. So the light tank rush fails to break our lines. And now we've got 6 MG-42s chipping away at one squad out in the open. And we get a pen with our little Takam R2 on this Panther. And we've got our 75 mil back in play over here. Very dangerous to them. Still has 15 HE rounds too. And we got an elephant in play. Definitely the most dangerous thing in the map. So I'm going to immediately try to shell him with 100mm shells. Prostitutory out of suppression, so holding on to that flag. We're at 18-14 now. As hopefully we can capture that town, but it looks like the big rush is coming in on our far left flank. Brought in an 88, having to fire at that with my 75. We're taking some artillery fire. I had brought in another Takam here in an ambush position who was doing some damage, so he's not happy about these two. Managed to destroy the 88 with our 75 mil AT gun. Move my recon guy out of range, hopefully. Is he gonna do it? Ah, Jagdpanzer goes down to the elephant. And now the Breda 47 field gun getting in on the action with the Panzer IV. Misses on the first shot. Gets a penetration. But he's in range of the dual MG-34s and immediately starts taking casualties and dies. But the Panzer IV does manage to go down to the M5 and an insane amount of rockets take out the elephants. We've got a 150 over here who's obviously very dangerous to our equipment as well that we'll need to take out. So bring in another platoon of heroic Romanians managing to barely hold onto the town with their Soviet allies over here. But we have maintained our line on these two flags here against all odds. So I had to pull back my AT gun. We'll get him back in position to cover this reinforcement road. And if this guy gets in range, he's just going to take machine gun bullets. And I set an attack beacon on that 150. And I will work on it myself. See, I'm moving my 100s around so I don't get nailed again. Managed to hold off the rush over here on our far left flank. And the T-34 is taking rocketry. There's a flak 88 here. My little Takam is taking fire from the flak 88. Will he make it? Ooh, dual casualties in the last one. Oh, fallback order. All right. Managed to survive. And we take him down. So moving up another 75 here. Getting our company together here to maintain our position. And another Pack 38 into position because we're in close and we got APCR. Got a 2-man auto squad holding on there. But we've got these T-34 85s. Anytime he's going to try and cross, he's just going to get shelled. Got the bridge, and we managed to hold our line here. EFWRsACsXIAAA gonna do? He needs to take out a church. Wow, we got a bunch of them. Oof. Oh, 17-pounder goes down too. That was absolutely brutal. Very good play by Omar. Love to get that intersection back, but we're now beating them on ticks. Almost got the town. Whitman, hero, takes out the M4, Fury. But we're finally in a good alignment here to fire down the road at their trucks. He needs to get his infantry into these houses. Move this M4 around. Although the M4 might take out that Whitman. No, bounces. And he goes down. Moving my Kalwaria team forward into near the intersection here. We do have a Tiger. It's firing. Oh! M5, hero, win. And now reinforcement road.
Medic!
Got that covered, so I'm just gonna start firing this 100 mil. I noticed that he had a bunch of tanks just sitting here, maybe waiting to get a force together. So I was like, okay, well great, I'll just go ahead and drop 100 mils on you.
Schuss!
Panzergrenz, Kalwaria.
Oh, sunt lovit!
Looks like we've got AA back here. Flag 37, another Tiger. Lots of infantry here. Good plan down. But we have the town now. We're at a 28-12. How the turntables.
Am folosit întreaga muniție, domnule.
Still not getting that intersection. But we've maintained this one over here. Tankos are probably going to die. Looks like another AT gun was destroyed by rocketry. I've got 8 of them. I think they're 80 points, so they're not cheap, but they're very effective. IG-18 is destroyed. Got a crew killed over here. Just got all my artillery pieces on this equipment. Right in front of them is an ISU-152. Another one goes down. And Motos spot the Flak 36 as he's moving around, along with 75 mil. And that is destroyed. There is a Sturmpanzer here now. 6 minutes to go if we keep these flags up. Because we've got 21 now because we've got this intersection. These guys are getting pushed off again.
Nu mai putem suporta. Medic!
So we lose one of our guys over here. I think to the Sturmpanzer, yeah. I'm gonna try to get my recon team into this farm.
Nu mai mișcă nimic acolo.
Not really a reason for me to advance anymore unless I just want to harass the enemy. It's all open ground here. So all you'd have to do is put something back here. Take out that truck.
Pachetează-o și retrage-te.
Yes! And the stew goes down too. Still holding the line. Lots of equipment on our end. Panther's probably gonna... Oof. Look at that shell. Ha! Got the intersection. And we're going up against a lot of Panthers too. So, not able to move forward. If you're in this situation, the only thing you could really do is already where you think we're at and smoke. But it would be really tough to retake this stuff. Almost lost the town again. Still holding on. 22-10. in our infinite Katyushas firing in on the town again. Kind of a weird spot. So the one thing I noticed about the team is you don't really have recon in good spots. And this guy's seen. Well, this guy's actually this guy's. If you got heavy tanks, I haven't uploaded a video, but it's very easy to roll through this area from this side with Panthers and Tigers, and especially if you have 88 AT guns, you can absolutely massacre allies on this side. Got another Stug. Panzerwerfer is taking fire from my 100, as I have three of them in here now. And our main conflict seems to be over these two spots. This Typhoon might have taken out the T-26, but did not take out the Stug. Stern shoots are just going to take it down by this converted RAF. There you go. Well played. Two minutes to go, if you're still with me. Churchill facing off with the Pak-40 manages to get him destroyed. We might capture this flag before the end of the game. We got pushed off the intersection over here. Rhino's moving forward. That's a lot of points. These are 85. It's almost 400 points. JU-188. Is he gonna die? Probably. Is destroyed. More off-map coming in, 155s. So we got across the open field, pushing them out. They're going to get in close to this Pak-40. We've got some good artillery on that. So these are some good plays by ... MG-42 covering the open ground. Oh yeah, Tankos moving into the forest here. Seeing an odd BMW rush. RAF should be able to take out this 88. Less than a minute to go. Would love to take out the Sturm Panzer with artillery if I can. I had brought in some Takam R2s over here as well, who are, you can tell, were firing away with their equipment. Unfortunately, we didn't see it. Ossatori is destroyed. 30 seconds to go. .251's gonna die. .16. Getting close. I think we would have gotten them. So 21 out of 32 after 44 minutes. Started off a little shaky, but we managed to turn the tide. Take a look here at kills. So that, like I said, that guy ... had some good strategy with his Czech forces, and yeah, pretty happy with that. These Romanians. Prosatori 3. Vickers out there, we didn't see a lot of it, but he managed to get quite a bit of equipment. Pack 38, ZB53 gets a couple. Zrinyi gets a few. Pack 38's got 2 trucks here. Maybe, no, actually 3 trucks. Story, Recon car, Takam R2. I feel like these guys are really good. And then obviously those 75 mils is taking out a ton of equipment here. And in terms of losses, Panther got 2, IG-18, 105 battery in the woods, took out a couple guys. Panzer IV took out that Burrito and Rastori. And there was a single MG-3014 Panzergren that took out quite a few. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun to play and show you how to push forward with the Romanians. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.